Achoo! 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 What?
What are you doing?
You said we were going to give away a cold today, so I'm trying to give away a cold. Achoo! 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 What?
Giving away gold.
We're giving away gold? Welcome, Coin and Collectables land. We are so glad that you are with us. Sorry that we haven't been able to make a long video for, we've been trying to keep up with the shorts, but life and business and Christmas and holidays and church and everything, sickness and illness and everything else has kind of interfered with us making a long video right now. But today we're back at it.
We are, finally, yes.
The indelible, the meltable, the abominable, the abominable, the awesome Mike Hargis with us today.
I'm happy you changed that then. It sounded like it was going downhill there for a second. Hello, everybody.
Yeah. But we are so excited. The channel has grown to over 108 subscribers, and we are so thrilled about that.
Right, way faster than we. I mean, it's been a blessing.
Yeah, we don't have 1 million subscribers. I know there's a lot of channels that deal with politics and stuff, but we're not going to get into any of that. We're just going to talk about coins today.
Right.
And so we made a promise about 6 months ago that if we hit 100 subscribers, we would do what, Brother Mike?
We would give away a gold coin.
Man, my heart sunk when he said that, because I'm not in the running to get the gold coin.
No. And actually, we're not going to give away a gold coin. We're actually not going to. We're actually going to give away 2 gold coins.
Uh-oh.
And because...
Man, you're feeling generous.
I am. I think we got to this really fast. And, when I first set out to get to the 100 subscribers, and I wanted to get people excited, I had a coin in mind that I thought would be great for people to get as a free gift. And then I thought, you know what? Let's double it. So I was going to do the half-gram St. Godwin's mini gold coin. But instead of that, I thought, you know what? What's better than one at Christmas time than that's 2? You don't find a turtle dove, you find 2 turtle doves. So we're doing 2 of the mini St. Godwin's, half grams each. So that makes it a full gram of gold. And so from what I understand, what you have to do in this video is you have to comment below. And then whoever comments below on this video, you'll be qualified next week for the drawing to get a full gram of gold. So 2 mini St. Godwin's. So you're getting 2 coins instead of 1. And whoever comments in that lucky person will let everybody know next week. And these coins are yours. So Merry Christmas. And I'm excited for whoever gets to win these.
So I'm going to just line this out real good, okay? We're going to, if you comment in the comments in this video, then we're going to gather those up. I think the deadline would be what? Next Sunday?
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
Okay, so if you haven't commented by Monday morning, then you're not qualified. You got to have it in by Sunday, okay? Then we'll take all of those names, we'll write them on a piece of paper, make it anonymous, we'll put them in a big old thing, we'll shake it up really good, and we'll have somebody draw a name out of there that's not us. And we'll do all of that live. And then you're going to give that one person both of those gold coins.
Both of them, yes. They'll get a full gram of gold, yes.
Fantastic. All right.
And then I want to make a challenge. If we get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to give away a bigger gold coin. I'm wanting to give away a 10th ounce if we can get to 1,000 subscribers. So we've hit the goal 1. If we get to 1,000 subscribers, then I want to give away a 10th ounce gold coin.
Well, maybe if we get to 500, we could give away a silver coin.
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, if we get to 500, we'll give away a silver coin.
Well, we get to 500, we ought to make it really special. We're giving away a gram. If we get to 500, let's give away a gram of gold and an American Eagle, Silver Eagle.
All right, we'll do it.
How's that sound? He twisted my arm.
All right. So I hope you're enjoying our shorts, and I hope you're enjoying spending time with us.
Yes.
I've got a few questions before we get into our day's topic, which is going to be about gold. We're going to talk about domestic as well as foreign gold. That's going to be our topic today.
And silver.
And silver, yes, that's true. I got 3 questions that I want to ask you.
Okay, go right ahead.
We've been open now for a little over 6 months. We started out in June. We opened up in July, even though we didn't have a brick and mortar yet. And then September 1st, we were blessed to be able to open up.
Right.
And it's been a whirlwind over the last 4 months, hasn't it?
It has been,
It's
yes.
been an adventure. So the first thing that I want to ask you, straight up, okay, have you learned anything?
Oh yes, I've learned a whole lot. If I was to be honest, we've been open so June, July, August, September was a lot more of buying and inventorying, and then September, October, November, and December have been a lot of learning of what the customers are wanting, what all needs to be done. It's been yeah. So I think I'm still learning, just to be honest with you, but I have learned a whole lot in this this part of the year where we have been running this business. It's been I would say learning. Been some hard learns and some easy learns, but it's been a blessing. It really has overall.
That's great. I've learned a lot myself. Just hanging out with you and getting to be your sidekick. You're Batman. I'm Robin. I don't even high as Robin, I don't think. But I'm Commissioner Gordon.
I think sometimes I'd like to be Robin. You can be Batman.
So my second question is, what has been your biggest surprise?
My biggest surprise is the depth of different types of collectors. I think that it's been very fun for me to see so many different types of collectors, so many different types of backgrounds, so many different types of long-term goals, short-term goals, quick collections, people that are just starting out versus those that has had family or generations of collectors in them. So I think for me, one of the biggest things in opening the store is being blessed by getting to meet so many different types of people who have so many different types of goals, and I've really enjoyed being helped to bring those goals to light, to bring things that they're wanting to do, from buying to selling to anything and everything in between. So I guess that was my biggest shock, that there's so many different people that are enjoying numismatics, are enjoying collecting, but they're on so many different scales and so many different levels.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised to hear you say that, really. I have been surprised, even though I have Hidden Well Farms, my YouTube channel, and I have all sorts of different other social media outlets. I have been shocked by the reach and the power that YouTube has had.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I've been sweetly surprised by it. So my third question is, how many states, people from different states, how many states do you think have been represented calling you on your phone?
A lot. A lot. I just had I had an order from down in Texas. I've had orders. I've had people call me from up north. I mean, it's been anywhere and everywhere in between. I have talked to people who tell me they're going to come and visit the store, and so yeah. I mean, I think this has been one of the facets of the business I'm not very I wasn't very aware of. I'm just, it's been a blessing. I don't know any way to put it, to get people to call and say I watched this video, for instance, the copper short that we done. I've had people call and say, hey, I need copper coins. So much that I had to order more. I've got a bunch of copper on the way. So I think that's been a great blessing. That this has been such an outreach, and I'm getting to meet. I've been shocked by the collectors here in our state, by the different facets. But I mean, to get people out of state that have called and just talked numismatics with me, it's been very humbling, and it's been it fits right in there with what I think I've been the most shocked about. There's so many people that get so many different levels of what I call love, what they desire and what they enjoy. But I have just been, I've been very blessed by it. I really have. And really enjoyed getting to know people too. So.
Yeah. Well, Brother Mike Hargis has not been deceiving you. So I want to make that very clear, okay? Because he claims that he has only been wheeling and dealing in coins for about 3.5 to 4 years. However, a man that's very important in his family by the name of Mike, which I think was your dad.
It's my dad.
Was in here the other day, And he patted me on the shoulder and goes, I just want you to know this boy has been in this since he was 15 years old. So he's very humble, but he has been doing this a long time. And you may not get everything right, but you get 99.9% of it right.
I would say that's a pretty good compliment, but I'm not going to take that back.
So I'm proud to know you, Brother Mike. I just wanted our audience to get to know you a little bit better and to hear some of the perspectives. And I hope to just kind of open you up for the world a little bit more as we do these long videos. So I'm going to ask you questions like that.
Yeah,
okay?
oh, I love it. I love it.
Right. So now we're going to get into the meat of the video. We're going to talk about gold and silver.
Yes.
Specifically, we're going to talk about the difference between domestic and foreign gold and domestic silver and foreign silver. Right. So without further ado, educate us, Brother Mike.
Well, the reason I want to talk about this today is because, back to what he said is shocked, he asked me that what has shocked me or what have I learned the most, and I was talking about all the different types of collectors and goals and all these different things that comes into numismatics, which makes it exciting for me. One of the things I think I've been really caught off guard about is the fear of foreign gold and silver. Now, I understand why there may be a level of fear there, because if you do not have a numismatic dealer that you can trust or somebody that you can depend on to test and grade and look at the value of the silver and gold, if you're not very familiar, and I know foreign, because our country, has only been around since 1776. But honestly, we haven't even had real good money until about 1780 to 1795, somewhere in there. The half dismy, I guess, would be really what they would put as our first coin. It is extremely rare, but we have struggled here in America. So when you live here, we've got just a limited amount. I mean, we've got a vast, but compared to the world, we have a limited, so people feel more comfortable with the things they see their papaw have, their great-grandpas, and it's kind of trickled down. But I want to let you know that there is a great variety of gold and silver that is out there that is just as good a value. Now, it may not hold the collectability because American money is hotter. That's just the way it is. But I wanted to give you some things to think about today. When you look long term, and some call it building their wealth, some just call it building their hobby. However, whatever perspective you take of it, to whatever enjoyment you bring of it, I want to help you to understand that there may be something out there that could add to your enjoyment, whether building wealth or building a hobby. So what I've done is I don't have everything out. I just brought out some great stuff that we have in varieties to show you really what you're looking at. So I wanted to start out and say this, that gold that comes from overseas and silver that comes from overseas is not a lesser quality than what we have here in America. Now, maybe different percentages. It may be more. And, for instance, Canada puts out things that have 4 nines on them. It has a little bit finer quality. It may be a little bit lesser. It may come in as a 97% versus a 99. It may come in at a 90% versus our typical 92%. So yes, there is some variables as far as the percentages go. But now here's the thing is, that's why get you a good dealer that you can trust that will grade it. They make great equipment. We have that equipment down here at London Coins and Collectables that you can come in, and you don't have to be afraid of having foreign gold and foreign silver, because if you're building a portfolio, that gold is just the same as the gold of anything else, and the silver is the same. But now if you're a collector, and if I really love when collectors are like, okay, I've been collecting American money and now I want to step out and I want to do foreign, and maybe the foreign's not even silver or gold. I'll just kind of touch this before we get back to the meat of what we're talking about today. But, there is some fantastic coins out there that are made of copper. I have a 1700s Netherlands coin that is here. You talking about history. It is actually still in the colonial book, in the red book. You think, man, that thing must be thousands of dollars. It's a $30 coin. that you get to hold that much history in your hand, you know, and you don't have to buy anything, by the way. If you come down here, you can experience all the great history that we have and look at it and feel it. And maybe, you know, later on you might want to collect it, maybe not, just enjoy it. But we've got coins like that. You've got coins that are made of tin, aluminum. They've got every different type of world coin out there, but they're enjoyable because they have a lot of history to it, a lot of world history versus our American history. But what I would like to talk about, the meat of today, is to kind of give you a perspective that not only do they have a good quality, because the American currency is so hot, here's the shocker: you may be able to buy it at a better premium than you can some of our American gold. So I'll just give you some instance. So like, we have the American Buffalo here. This is the 2021. I do carry these in 2022s. And the American Buffalo, I carry $20 gold pieces and things like that as well. I just kind of picked this one. It's a very familiar gold 1 ounce coin that we have here in America. This is an American coin. And they are very popular. I mean popular. And this coin here, right now, where the gold market is today with the premium, this coin would cost you around $2,150 to $2,100 per ounce. Now, by the time you see this video tomorrow, gold may shoot through the roof and it would go up a little bit. But that right there is a good basis for today, the 14th of December, of where you would be at as far as gold premiums. Because it does carry a good premium. It is a true 1 ounce 999 gold. Now here's some of the interesting things. And people say, well, I only take that because I only want American. But if maybe, let's say you want gold, but you can't maybe afford something like that in the premium that it has. I picked this just out randomly. You have maple leaves. Now the Krugerrand's a little different. It brings the premiums down, but this right here is a 1 ounce gold bar by the Perth Mint. This is an Australian gold. This is absolutely beautiful. It holds a 4.9 purity. And this same bar right here versus, you know, something that would be more domestic, this bar here, you can buy the same 1 ounces of gold for $19.75. So $19.75 versus $2,100. And you say, well, you know, I trust the American more, and I'm not against that. But I can tell you this, this gold is the same type of gold, but you may be able to afford this to kind of put into your collection versus some of the American more hotter, more popular stuff. Now, I'll show you something else. For instance, well, I said I didn't bring the 20 out. I got one of my 20s right here, but that's kind of the same deal with it. But now to give you kind of a silver perspective, everybody knows what this is. This is the red hot Silver Eagle. This is the true 1 troy ounce Silver Eagle. It's not just a bullion. This is actual Silver Eagle. This date here is 2009. Now, anybody in the numismatic world knows what a Silver Eagle is because everybody loves Silver Eagles. And they right now hold a premium on the most base price of a Silver Eagle would be somewhere around 38 to 40. Now, if you're going to get a 2021 or a 2022, they hold a higher premium, between 45 and 50. And then you all know out there that there's some key dates like the 95, well, especially the 95 West Point, but we won't even touch base on that. But unlike the 95, it'll be a $100 silver coin. And these are very popular. Now, if you're just wanting silver for your collection, then you have something like here from the Royal Mint. This is a very nice looking coin, and this is even, I've got the Queen Elizabeth of St. Lucia's as well. And these coins are more around the $31 an ounce price. Now, of course, if you buy bulk, you get them a little bit cheaper, but we're talking about round for round. You can see the difference in what the premium the Eagle is bringing versus maybe something that is from Canada or just from England. Now, to give you another perspective, so if you was to buy those, even you can get them down to around $30 an ounce. Then you, of course, got the Buffalo silver rounds, and these still are going to carry the $31 to $32 an ounce price because they're so familiar. They're something that we all feel comfortable with. So that kind of gives you the basis of, depending on what you're wanting. If you're just wanting to collect buffaloes, understandable. They're awesome. I love them. I love the design. I love the look. I love the feel of them. I love our $20 gold pieces. I really do. I love our big St. Godwins. They're very, very, very desirable. But you have to ask yourself the question, would I limit myself to just that if what my true purpose is, a lot of people out there are doing what we call stacking. So, that's something that I believe you need to take kind of a thought as you're purchasing these things.
So talk about this Mexican coin here.
Well, this is an 8 reals. This has got a wonderful historical value. This is 1873. And the reason I pulled this out is because a coin like this, if you were to dive back into American coinage in this type of year with this type of purity, you're going to be talking $100 plus, for a base coin of 1873 or older. But now here's something that, maybe you want something of historical significance. You're wanting something with some age on it. And this is a great coin to have. This coin here, it is a 90, I want to say 92% purity. I have to check on that. Now, you have to forgive me. He says I know everything. I don't know everything. But what I do know is there's a lot of coinages, and sometimes I get off on my percentages. That's why they make books and technology to always remind me, because if I remembered every percentage of every coin, I wouldn't even remember my kids' birthdays most days. So you have to forgive me. But somewhere in that range of purity is what you're looking at in the 8 reals. So if you were to buy historically an American coinage, and once again, I love our Morgans. I love our bust dollars. I love all of that. And that to me is one of the most popular things. But sometimes people will look at that and say, well, I'll never be able to own anything of that age because I can't afford 150 or $250 or so on. But hey, for $60, you're getting a part of history. You're getting to own silver, which is fantastic. And you're getting to put something older in your collection.
Okay. So knowledge. Mm-hmm. Knowledge is extremely important in the value of your coins and what your intentions of those coins are. Okay. So if you were talking about, let's say, a silver eagle, okay, versus this Mexican silver coin, versus the gold bullion, versus the silver buffalo, okay? Of those 3 coins, you have these 3 things: collectability,
right,
stacking, which is kind of like a savings account, okay, and then the mintage of it, okay?
Right.
So if I were a pure stacker, which one's going to hold its value the longest and be long-term my best investment? If I'm a collector, which one is going to be my best long-term investment? And if I'm just a hobbyist, what's going to be my best bang for the buck?
Got you. Okay, so first we'll deal with the stackers, because stackers are only interested in the savings part of this. They're putting their money in, they're wanting a return on it. So what you're going to be able to do is your lower rounds, when I say lower, once again, it's not the quality of the silver. You're not losing the quality. But here's what separates, that Keaton brought up a good point, is desirability and collectability. They're still silver, but now they're not in high demand because they're not something that has been forefronted or really been put on the hot list as far as collecting, but it's still silver. So if I was to get something like a Royal Mint, or even Americanized, to get something like the little Liberty Silver Bells, these right here, what you're going to get the most silver for your money. What I mean by that is $30 a round, you're getting an ounce of pure silver, versus an eagle that, like I said, the low end is going to be 38. Silver keeps growing, premiums keep growing. So right now the low end of an eagle is 38. You're not getting any more silver for your money. So if I was just purely stacking, what I'm going to be doing in my research is I'm going to be asking myself this question when I'm researching: how can I get as much of the product that I'm wanting to get for the best of my money. So for instance, if I was going to say, okay, I'm going to step into an ounce of gold, but I'm not worried about it raising as far as numismatic value or even collectability. I just want something that I'm going to buy that gives me tangible resource that I can put my hands around. Then what I'm going to look at is I'm going to say, okay, what if I call Mike and I say, Mike, I need an ounce of gold. What is the one that I can get the most of the ounce for the less of the money? I mean, that's just purely in stacking. Now, if you're looking for collectability, you're going to want what people want. If you're going to collect something that you want to raise in numismatic value, I was telling somebody today, the 2022 Eagle. It is the first full run of the Type 2 Eagle, but they cut the mintage off short. Well, to a collector, that just throws up big red flags of one day, you're probably going to have a numismatic coin here because they didn't mass produce the Type 2 in the 2022. 2023s are already coming out, so it shows me a short mintage year. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look up my research. If I'm doing for collectability and for long-term numismatic growth, I am looking for a mintage. I'm looking for what has not been massively produced, but also what's still got some hot buttons that people are out there looking for. And guys, can I tell you something? Invest in a red book. Invest into material that's going to help you. And always know that phone number that he's going to put up here. And people say, well, I don't want to bother you. Well, listen, if you're not bothering me, it means I'm not doing business. So bother me. Yeah. But I love when they'll text me. I got a random text from somebody I've never met before. And he said, hey, sent me a picture of these coins, says, what are these coins worth? And so I got to go over with him on the phone what they're worth. He was so excited. And you know what? That right there is what I'm here to do for you. So if you have questions, listen, not at midnight at night, but in the business hours, don't hesitate to give me a call or text. Please, that's why I'm here. I want to be a help. I want to be bothered. If you're not bothering me, I get bored and nobody knows what I'll do then. So please, if you got questions on that stuff, send them to me. Let me know. Now, as far as rarity, now I separated this because rare does not always mean expensive, because some things are rare that people just don't desire. But now if I was wanting something kind of rare for my collection, when I say that, so for instance, that 17, I want to say it's 1770. I'll have to make a video one day of my old coins in here. But that Netherlands coin, they're not making them no more. They're not out there no more. So if I was going to look into something that I wanted as a rarity that maybe isn't hot, don't hesitate to kind of look up some of the older coins. Like that coin, if that coin was an American coin from the 1700s, I wouldn't even want to throw a number out what we'd be looking at. But you still can have something of rarity that would go great in your collection without also breaking your wallet.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, Brother Mike, that's awesome. I guess, too, if you can get gold in these bars, as we've already pointed out in some of our other videos, you can get silver in these bars too.
You
right?
Sure can, yeah. And you can get rounds, just like the silver rounds, you get the rounds in gold as well.
Okay, so there's no numismatic value to a bar, right? So is it good for just collecting?
Well, that's a double-edged sword, because I like to say no on that bar, but there are on other bars. So here we go again. This is what makes numismatics so exciting. So if you got Engelhart or bars that were made when the California Gold Rush was made and they're not being mass produced now, there's some numismatic value on that. But more of your modern, newer things that are being mass produced, there's not really a lot of numismatic value to them.
All right. Well, that is awesome. So you've already alluded to it. 606 401-7025.
Right.
If you want to give Mike a call or a text. 110 Lagoon Trail, Unit 2. If you want to come in. And he's got a beautiful shop here that you can come in and visit. londoncoinbuyer at gmail.com. He's got a London Coin Buyer at eBay.
Yeah, on
if
eBay.
You want to see some of his stuff. And it has been mentioned, and guys, we are looking at and trying our very best, mostly Mike. I say we because I'm involved, but we're trying to develop a website, but to do a really good, high quality website that can allow you to do trade, be secure, not be broken into,
right,
be reliable. You know, all of these things are possible and available in London, Kentucky, but it's also expensive and it takes time.
Mm-hmm.
And so hopefully after the first of the year, we will have our website up and running, and we can do some of those things online as well that I know you're looking forward to. Many people have asked about doing online auctions and things of that nature. We most certainly are all for it. It just, again, we're a brand new business. It's just going to take time to get there.
Right.
So be patient with us on the website. We're coming. We're
Yeah.
getting there.
And I'd like to say this too. I had, a gentleman in Texas ordered some copper coinage off of me. You can call in the store and place an order. You can pay by card, and then you have a brick and mortar store that you know who you're dealing with. So until that website's up, yes, I've been asked this already. Can I call in and place an order? Can I drive in? You can drive in. Come in and see me. If you're worried about me not being here, just call me. Just say, hey, I'm going to be by this time, and I will be here. The only day that is that I'm not available is Sundays. But make sure that if there's any worries, please call me. I'd like to take away any of those worries, any of those concerns, so that you can get what you need.
Okay, like and share this video, but more importantly, comment below so that you can get in the running for some gold coins.
Yes.
This is a reality. This is actually going to happen.
Yep.
Okay? All right. And so I've already got him committed to give away some more gold and more silver. So like and share to grow it.
500 will do the gram again, but with the silver eagle. And then 1,000 is a 10th ounce. You can't get a 10th ounce until you get everybody to jump on board and give us 1,000 subscribers.
All right. So help us out there. Help us to grow. Come down and see us. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
God bless
everybody.
you. We'll see you next week.
God bless y'all.